In a recent interview with the developer behind Warlong Fallen Dynasty, Team Ninja has revealed the main story will take around 40 hours to complete. In an interview between director of Warlong Fallen Dynasty, Masakazu Hirayama, and Xbox Dynasty, he shared that the game could take players roughly around 40 hours to complete the main story. This doesn't include other side content such as quests or challenges. The director also explained that the game will be fun and enjoyable when it comes to different challenges that are presented in the game, when he was talking about the more casual gaming experience. As with all action RPG games, there is definitely a learning curve when getting used to enemy attacks and movesets. Hirayama explains that players can use these challenges to learn enemy attack patterns, parries and blocks, and the game in general. But you don't have to go alone, as NPC characters will be recruitable, as you can play alongside friends in co-op. In case you missed it, Warlong is the next action game to be released by Team Ninja. The game is set in the Three Kingdoms as a fantasy title with Souls-like combat, with a scope that seems to be quite on a large scale compared to Nioh. We recently released a video covering all the new gameplay changes coming to the game, as we got a hands-on preview experience. These changes include new gear, enemies, boss fights, and more, and you can go check out that video too. As with all news mentioned in this video, if you want to know more, you can check out the link in the description below. Warlong Fallen Dynasty will launch on March 3rd, 2023. A collaboration event has been confirmed by the official The Witcher account, which will be happening in Lost Ark in early 2023. The collab will be adding Geralt of Rivia into the title as part of Smilegate's popular online game. The screenshots have been teasing the crossover content, which includes The Witcher himself, Geralt. The crossover between CD Projekt Red's The Witcher and Smilegate's Lost Ark was teased back in June, along with a new class. Now it's confirmed the event will be happening early next year. So far there's been some teasers of what's to come, with the Korean livestream showing off content such as the resting place of the White Wolf and Yennefer of Vengerberg on the island in Lost Ark with the Witcher theme. So far there are no other details in terms of what this event will entail, or whether we will be getting a Geralt or Ciri themed quest. There could be some interesting Witcher cosmetics such as outfits. Devs Smilegate have also tweeted out a similar tweet to CDPR, teasing what new adventures will Geralt stumble upon in Arkesia. In other Lost Ark news, the next class will be joining the game is the Reaper, which will be launching on November 16th. This advanced class plays quite differently from her other two assassin counterparts, the Shadowhunter and Deathblade. Instead of transforming into demonic monstrosities or unleashing heavy sword hits, the Reaper is much more subtle. The Reaper has their skills divided into three main categories, namely Dagger, Shadow and Swoop. We got some updates this week on Diablo 4. This included going over the world tiers, flexible skill system, respeccing and more. Diablo throughout the years has followed a similar path in terms of difficulty. The traditional games have had normal, nightmare and hell difficulties. Diablo 3 added Inferno and later on Torment 1 through 16. Essentially Diablo 4 won't change too much. However, this time around the Diablo 4 team is calling difficulty world tiers. The higher the level, the stronger the monsters populating the locations. This will range from more newer player friendly to more challenging. Higher Diablo 4 world tiers will drop special, sacred and ancestral tier items that are stronger than most. New to Diablo 4 though is the gatekeeping boss. This entity will be the barrier to entry on higher world tiers, ensuring that only the worthy players can progress to the next step. One of the areas that the team are largely focusing on is the skill system. They want to shy away from how things were done in Diablo 3, instead selecting skills and a rune to change it, which is similar to Diablo 2. The team confirmed that Diablo 4 will have a respec feature enabled. This can be done by point or all at once, and it will cost gold. This is of course just a quick overview of some of the topics that they touched upon. There are also rumours that there may be an open beta in early 2023, but of course nothing has been confirmed. Be sure to drop by our Diablo 4 wiki for all your demon fighting needs. A recent ad released by Sony for Final Fantasy XVI has shared that the game will be an exclusive to PlayStation 5, but for only 6 months. It isn't clear at all what that means once the 6 months is up, whether that means a console exclusive or if the game will then come to PC as well. It may also not release on other platforms right away. This latest trailer seems to point in the direction that new platforms will be available after the 6-month stint on PS5. Square Enix has been releasing new trailers covering the next entry in the franchise to be a much more darker and moodier game than the previous titles. One major departure is the use of abilities that can be channeled through dominance. These people can use these inherited powers of dangerous creatures called icons, but with a price, taking a toll on their bodies each time they use these powers. While Final Fantasy XVI will contain all the elements that make it a Final Fantasy game, there looks to be some changes to the usual formula. This could be a refreshing take on the series, especially when it comes to combat, with the main character Clive being able to switch between martial combat and summons seamlessly. Final Fantasy XVI will be released in summer of 2023 for PlayStation 5 as a timed exclusive. Launching at the end of this month will be a new DLC for the action RPG Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. The title first launched in 2018 for PC and recently came to platforms PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S last month. The new DLC will add a new class, the Sororitas, giving players new perspectives when conquering the heretics and stopping anything that stands in the way of the Imperium. The class is known for their strength and devotion to their faith. These factors will shape the new gameplay mechanic. Acts of Faith is a new empowering ability, letting the Sororitas transform into an embodied saint. While in this state, she can unleash very powerful attacks and cast saintly deeds until their faith runs out. As you'd expect, faith is their resource when it comes to wielding their destruction. Not only are they equipped with saintly abilities, but new sanctified imperial weapons and armor to go with it. Choose from 3 different subclasses: Sister Celestian, Sister Dominion, and Sister Seraphim. Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr will unleash its latest DLC, the Sororitas class, on November 28th. If you're looking for some tips on getting started in the game, check out our Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr beginner guide. It's been a while since we had an update for Bloodlines 2, but in a recent interview between Paradox Interactive CEO Frederick Wester and Swedish site Private Affärer, they have shared that a launch date announcement might not be too far off. The publisher has 15 games in the pipeline, which does not include mobile titles. The interview explains that the studio will probably be able to set a launch date for this game reasonably soon. Wester also shared that 2023 is absolutely not impossible. The publisher also shared that they weren't going to make any announcements until they were certain, due to their previous experience with the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 previous development issues. The game has gone through a number of changes and setbacks, with the first expected launch timeframe being March of 2020. However, it was later revealed that the team had gone through a bit of a change-up and the game was delayed indefinitely. Since then, a new studio has taken over the project, but Paradox have yet to reveal who exactly that is. But it says it's in good hands as they continue to work on a worthy successor. The Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 will follow the story of a young vampire after being turned, awakening in a world where various vampire clans are met with political factions all fighting for the control of the city. The Monster Hunter experience is about to go mobile. This week, Capcom and mobile developer TiMi Studio Group, owned by Tencent, have announced that a Monster Hunter mobile title is in the works. TiMi is behind mobile games such as Call of Duty Mobile and Pokemon Unite. So far, no title has been named, but is described to reproduce the hunting actions that define the Monster Hunter series on mobile. There is also no release window so far. Whether or not this will be a mobile/PC game, it's so far not mentioned whether this will be available on that platform, but Capcom seem to be sticking to a complete mobile experience as of this announcement. It just mentions the mobile devices and phones. Sales for Monster Hunter titles have been pretty monster, with the Monster Hunter World garnering 18.5 million copies sold. Collectively, the franchise has also gained 88 million. The most recent title, Monster Hunter Rise, released its expansion Sunbreak this year as well. Monster Hunter Rise came with a number of new features and mechanics such as wall running, as well as the Wirebug Silkbind skills. It also received a free title update in September, adding new layered weapon systems and new monsters, flaming end spinners, and more. If you're wondering what to watch this winter, well, the Dragon Age series will be hitting Netflix in December with a 6-part season. The animated adaptation will be released on December 9th. The series was announced back in June and will be sharing the same setting as the Dragon Age Dreadwolf set in Tevinter. This will focus on a new set of characters following protagonist Miriam. Netflix's official description teases, with great power to stake, a group of mages, fighters and thieves go head to head against a sinister force possessing a dangerous artifact. He'll follow Miriam, who will have to push aside her feelings in order to stay focused on the mission. This series will involve mature subjects consisting of freedom, power, as well as corruption. BioWare has also been in close collaboration with the creative team. The cast is also full of talent such as Ashley Birch, who is known for roles such as Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, as well as Matt Mercer, who is known for playing Cassidy Cole in Overwatch 2. Are you excited for this new Netflix series? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.